Good afternoon and welcome to the 2024 IPF World Sub-Junior and Junior Powerlifting Championships here in St. Paul's Bay, Malta. I'm Emilia Potter, and this afternoon we have for you the Sub-Junior 63 kilo women. We have two flights for you, a flight of 8 followed by a flight of 9. So as we see the squats go through, the medals won't be determined until we've seen both flights lift. You can see the running order here for you with squats all the way up until 135 kilos. The world sub-junior record stands at 161. And it seems to be in our second flight of lifters. We have 3 lifters opening at 150. So looking forward to seeing how that unfolds. But lots of high quality lifters in both flights. Just want to say thank you to our sponsors, Eleiko and SBD. Without them, none of this would be possible. Throughout the week, you will see the kit on the platform from Eleiko, the plates, the bar, the collars, the rack. You'll see plenty of singlets, knee sleeves, wrist straps, the lot from SBD, supporting our athletes, helping them get here and compete at the highest level possible. Ruri Kato from Japan, kicking us off with 85 kilos. Lovely deep squat there for Kato. 3 white lights, a good lift. Has a very low bar position there. You can see the bar extremely low down on her back. Camilla Choquette from Canada, 105 kilos on the bar. Opening 10 kilos below her personal best. This is Camilla's last year as a sub-junior. Lovely, easy open there. 3 white lights, a good lift. Just a reminder, these are the sub-juniors. We have the junior 63 kilo A group this evening. Mila Hapamaki from Finland, opening on 110 kilos. Nice and easy. 3 white lights, a good lift. Really comfortable weight on the bar there. You want your opener to be something that you feel confident with and that is comfortable, that you can continue to push and grow into your second and third attempt. Esther Tomascek from Hungary, 117.5 kilos.
Looked easy.
3 white lights, a good lift. Very comfortable looking opener.
Camille Castro from Ireland. Bar is loaded. 120 kilos. That's opening attempt. Shella is ready. Let's go, girl.
Camille Grace Castro Morhe from Ireland, 120 kilos. Has only been competing for 1 year. This is her last year as a sub-junior before heading into the juniors next year. Oh, that is a shame. Just stepped forward as she stood it up there, so lost balance. The weight was clearly very easy. We'll have a look at that again on the replay. The weight moved almost too quickly actually for her. You see as she stands up, she goes onto her tiptoes and puts her foot forwards to steady herself. Alexandra Scheller from Canada, 125 kilos.
Let's go.
Opening just 5 kilos below her personal best. Has been competing since she was 14 years old. A little bit sticky towards the top there, but it's a good lift. Perhaps sunk it a little bit further than she's used to doing, so I guess we'll see on her second if that's the same. You can see here, big brace, hits the hole quite hard and just gets stuck a little bit, but still moving well. Talia Bitten from Israel, 125 kilos. Looks like a comfortable weight. 3 white lights, a good lift. She's going to want to be careful with that starting position though. Okay for now, but she's any more leant over. I think she'll struggle to get that start command, as you need to be in an erect position to do so. Kirk Rien Laugen from Estonia, 135 kilos. Opening 2.5 kilos above her personal best. And that is a good lift, 3 white lights. A lot more usual to see sub-juniors opening around and above their personal best. You know, they still haven't found their ceiling of strength a lot of the time. Very rarely you'll find a sub-junior who's been lifting for 4 or 5 years already. But in most cases it's 1 or 2. That concludes our opening squats. We head straight through to the second round with all but Castro Morhe with a squat on the board. All openers did look fairly easy, however, so hopefully the jumps they make here to the second are sensible to continue to build that total. 92.5 kilos for Ruri Kato. Still looks very comfortable and a good lift.
From Canada. Comes next. That is loaded.
Camilla Choquette from Canada, 115 kilos to match her personal best.
Ale.
Still moving well. I want to wait for the lights there. 2 to 1, a good lift. Yeah, I was a little concerned about depth there, but I was also viewing the angle that was a bit closer to the front, sometimes more hard to tell. So let's have a look from a bit of a side view here. Definitely looks better there. The jury are looking at it. Yeah, unfortunately, just as I suspected, a bit too high for the Canadian lifter. Camille Grace Castro Morhe from Ireland, 120 kilos. The weight moved really well. She just tipped onto her toes in her opener and step forward to steady herself. Much better to do that than risk hurting yourself. Retake the weight. Clearly strong enough. Look very comfortable again. I want to wait for the lights here. There we go. 3 white lights, a good lift. You can tell she's frustrated, but the squat is on the board and there are still 7 more lifts to make. Plenty left of the competition to build that total. A 10 kilo jump for Milla Hapamäki from Finland, 120. Three white lights, a good lift.
Easy, second attempt. 5 kilos more for Tomatic from Hungary. Bar is lowered.
7.5 kilo jump for Esther Tomacek from Hungary. This leaves her just 2.5 kilos below her personal best. And it's moving well. 3 white lights, a good lift.
30 kilos for Sheila from Canada. Bar is lowered.
5 kilo jump here for Alexandra Scheller from Canada. This is to match her squat PB on her second. Should you make this?
Come on, let's go.
And I'd say that looked about the same as her opener. 3 white lights, a good lift. Coming off the platform, she nods. I think she feels a little bit more comfortable now, having had the bar on her back a couple of times on the platform.
Personal best attempt for Talia with 10 kilos.
135 kilos for Talia Bitten from Israel. 10 kilo jump from her opener, which was already a personal best.
Yalla, Talia.
Very comfortable looking second for Talia. It is a good lift.
Your personal best, congratulations. Kirke Haugen from Estonia, 140 kilos. Bar is loaded. This is also Kirke's personal best attempt with 5 kilos.
Kirkarin Laugen from Estonia, 140 kilos. A 5 kilo jump. Her opener was already 2.5 kilo PB. To extend it a further 5.
Kunnolla selkään.
Oh, it is hard work. Manages to stand it up. Let's just wait for the lights there. It is a good lift. 3 white lights. Perhaps nearing her top end here on her second. Perhaps a couple more kilos in the tank. I wouldn't go too much more than that. And we are through to our third and final round of squats. Just a reminder, following this, we'll go straight through to the second flight of 63 kilo sub-juniors. Ruri Kato from Japan takes 100 kilos, getting into those triple digits. Oh, it's a big fight, and she's still going. What grit, but unfortunately not there today.
That was such a nice attempt. And we have Camilla Choquet from Canada. Bar is loaded. 150 kilos.
Camilla Choquet retaking 115 kilos. Got overturned by the jury for depth. Strength is there, she just needs to sink it a little bit further. It was very close. That definitely looks better than her second, but was it good enough?
Good.
Yes, it was. 3 white lights.
25 from Mila Haapamäki from Finland. Bar is loaded.
Bar is loaded for Mila Haapamäki from Finland. 125 kilos. Hit the rack a little bit there, but didn't throw her off too much. Wait for the lights. 2 to 1, a good lift. Again, one of those squats that looks a little bit higher from the front. So we'll have a look from the side angle here as the jury review it as well. Camille Grace Castro Morhe from Ireland. 130 kilos. A 10 kilo jump to match her squat PB. Just lost balance on her opener and stepped forwards. Retook on her second and was absolutely fine. Jumping 10 kilos now. Perhaps to end where she wanted to end or somewhere in between. Let's see how the 10 kilo jump affects her. Yeah, unfortunately a no lift. 10 kilos I think just a bit too ambitious. Like I said, I don't know if that was her planned second jump or her planned third jump or somewhere in between, but it is different gravy when you compete on the international platform. 132.5 kilos for Esther Tomacek from Hungary. This be a 5 kilo personal best. And that is a lovely third attempt for Esther. 3 white lights, a good lift.
Now introduce the openers for second group. Alexandra Schella comes next.
Kept positioned so nicely there. 135 kilos for Alexandra Schella from Canada. 5 kilo jump for a new personal best. And a fantastic effort from Chella. 3 white lights, a good lift.
Natalia, body slowly. And this is her personal best attempt.
We now have our penultimate third attempt before heading through to the next flight of lifters. Talia Bitten from Israel takes 142.5 kilos. 7.5 kilo jump for a new personal best. Just gets tipped forward a bit there. She still has 30 seconds to get that start command. It happened before the start command, so she doesn't get in any sorts of trouble for that. Oh, a great effort, but no lift today. I think it tipping forwards probably would have thrown her off. And our final third attempt before heading through to the next flight of lifters. Kirkarin Laugen from Estonia, 142.5 kilos. Taking a 2.5 kilo jump. Feeling perhaps like she's at her top end here as expected. Seeing if she can get a personal best and a couple more kilos on that total. Unfortunately not. Failed quickly though, and I know that sounds strange, but it is best to fail quickly rather than pushing really hard through a difficult lift and then failing at the end after using that kind of energy up when you still have 6 lifts to go. That concludes the squats for the first flight of lifters. We now move straight into the A group for the 63 kilo sub juniors. As we can see the running order there. No, sorry, we just got the sub junior names that we have. We now have Ariana Sofia Neri from Italy, 115 kilos. And I mentioned before, 3 lifters taking 150 as an opener. Brooke from the United States actually upped that to 152.5. Big squatters in this flight. Three white lights, a good lift.
Get ready. Arms loaded. Vente from Mexico.
We now have Dana Puente from Mexico. There's 125 kilos in the bar for her. I can't see her, so I'm wondering if there's been a timing issue. I think I can see the coaches rushing through the tunnel now without her knee sleeves on. There's 22 seconds to get the start command. If this is going to happen on one of your lifts, at least it is your opener. It's the lightest weight you're going to lift throughout. Unlucky for her, it was easy enough to rush. Plenty left in the tank. Unfortunately, I think she just skipped the command there in all of the rush and excitement. You need to make sure you listen to the start and the rack command for squats. Teresa Sitalova from Czechia, 127.5 kilos. Has been competing for less than a year, already on the international platform in the A group, however. Another very easy opener there for Sitalova. And a good lift.
32.5 kilos for Isabel David. Great pizza. Eyes loaded.
132.5 kilos for Isabel David from Great Britain. Opening 5 kilos below her personal best. Isabel's last year as a sub-junior, but has already been competing for 4 years. Very smooth looking opener. 3 white lights, a good lift.
Alexandra Fracoso from Spain comes next with 135 bars lower.
135 kilos for Alexandra Fragoso Kerchak from Spain, opening 2.5 kilos below her personal best.
Vamos, chica.
A lovely squat there, very technically efficient. 3 white lights, handled by another fantastic Spanish squatter there.
Aneta Svobodova from Czechia comes next with 145 kilos opener. Bars loading.
Anita Svoborodova from Czechia, 145 kilos. Some huge opening squats here. It is easy to forget that these are sub-juniors. Opening 10 kilos below Svobodova's current personal best. And it is very comfortable, no sort of stickiness there. And a good lift.
From New Zealand opens with 150 kilos, bars loading.
150 kilos for Shadel Bhaskara from New Zealand. Lovely deep opener there for Bhaskara. And a good lift. Big sigh of relief as she comes off the platform. Getting that first squat out of the way is very nerve-wracking. Now she knows she can continue to put kilos on and build in her second and third. Isabel Ugade from Costa Rica, 150 kilos, our penultimate opening attempt. Just 11 kilos below the current sub-junior squat record. And that is lovely. 3 white lights, a good lift, and also only half a kilo below her own personal best. I imagine what is a Costa Rican national record. Our final opener, and a big one at that, 152.5 kilos for Brooke Nagel from the United States.
Let's go, girl.
Leaving her 9.5 kilos below the current sub-junior world squat record. And that is a lovely looking opener. 3 white lights, a good lift.
Second round, 160, 125 for Ariadna Neri, bars loaded. Neri from Italy.
And already we are through to the second round of squats with Uba Puente getting a squat on the board. Arianna Sofia Neri from Italy jumps 10 kilos to 125 for her second attempt. A little bit more work, but it looked good. 3 white lights, a good lift.
Teresa Sitanova from Czechia comes next. Progress loading.
Teresa Sitanova from Czechia jumps 5 kilos to 132.5, leaving her just 2.5 kilos below her squat PB.
Let's go, Teresa. What?
Her opener looked nice and easy. And so does her second. Lovely and smooth. 3 white lights, a good lift.
135 kilos into this second attempt. Fire slowly.
Puente now from Mexico. 125 looked easy. She rushed onto the platform and as a result missed one of the commands. It's still risky to go up because if she misses this, she's in a really sticky situation. And we've seen it before, but based on strength, 135 should be there. Just needs to listen to the command. And again, it's so easy. But I was a little bit worried about that. It looked a little bit high. Have a look at that at the replay. It was 2-1 in no lift. The jury will look at that as well. Yeah, and that will remain a no lift. Like I said, puts Puente in a really tricky situation. Strength is clearly there. 140 kilos for Alexandra Fragoso. Kerchak from Spain. 5 kilo jump and 2.5 kilos above her personal best. Ooh, a good catch from the spotters there. Not too sure what happened. Her opener looked very, very comfortable. But she failed very quickly here. Let's have a look at that on the replay. Try and spot what happened. Yeah, I have no idea. I have to see on her third because her opener was very comfortable. 7.5 kilo jump for Isabel David from Great Britain to 140 kilos for a new personal best, which currently stands at 137.5. Another very comfortable squat for Isabel. 3 white lights, a good lift. Plenty left in the tank for that third attempt. I'd imagine a 5 to 7.5 is completely justifiable. Anita Svobodova from Czechia, 152.5 kilos to move her into squat gold for the time being, with Ugarte, Bascara and Nagel to follow. Lots of huge squatters in this flight. And it looks like there might be a battle for that world squat record on third attempts between 3 or 4 lifters. Lovely, smooth looking attempt. And a good lift. I think it's likely the battle for that world record will be between Nagel, Bascara and Ugalde. Bascara the lightest of the three, but all taking 157.5 kilos for their second attempt. A reminder, the World Sub-Junior squat record stands at 161 kilos. Chadel Bhaskara from New Zealand, 157.5 kilos. The first of 3 lifters to take this weight, but also the lightest lifter to take this weight. Has the lowest lot number, so does go first of the 3. This moves her from squat bronze into gold. Of course, having the advantage of body weight, but the disadvantage of the lower lot number. Three white lights, a good lift. Another good tell will be to see how 157 moves respectively for the 3 lifters. 157.5 kilos for Brooke Nagel from the United States. Opened the heaviest but made a 5 kilo jump. This moves her into squat silver for the time being. And I would say they moved very similarly. 3 white lights, a good lift. So what will happen is, if they all make a successful attempt, Bhaskara will go first. She's gone for 161.5. If that's successful, it'll go up to 162. And then it'll be pushed up to 162.5 if successful by Nagel for Ugalde. But let's first see for Isabel Ugalde from Costa Rica how 157.5 moves. Could be that it moves a lot easier than Bhaskara and Nagel's. And Ugalde would have the last laugh there. Oh, unfortunately, is a no lift. Struggled to push past that point, and the question now is, does she push for that record anyway or try that again? The thing is, she is in contention for podium overall. She's in a very good spot, so it may or may not be a risk, but we've seen some upsets before this week where podium favourites have not ended up on the podium because of mistakes. We move now into the 3rd round of squats. Arianna Sofia Neri from Italy, 132.5 kilos. I can tell you Isabel Ugalde has gone to retake instead of going for the record. Is looking for that podium position overall instead. No, unfortunately not there.
Power is loaded. One more down.
Now, Dana Puente from Mexico, 135 kilos. Skipped a command on her opener, got called for depth on her second. The strength has looked very, very good. Needed to listen to the command and squat to depth on this one. The depth looked a lot better, still so easy. And there we go, 3 white lights. Saved at the last minute there. Bittersweet, of course, gets a squat on the board, but I wonder where her strength would have been if she managed to get that opener in, because look how easy that was. 137.5 kilos for Teresa Sitalova from Czechia. 5 kilo jump for a 2.5 kilo personal best. Great control over the bar, maintains position really well, and is rewarded with 3 white lights. Alexandra Fragoso Kerchak from Spain missed 140 on her second, which was very unusual because 135 moved so well. Has opted to jump 2.5 kilos now, another contender for podium overall, so looking to regain some kilos and some. But of course, the risk is if she misses this, she opens the door for Sitalova and perhaps Bhaskara as well. And there it is, a completely different squat. And 2-1, a good lift. She's smiling, but the coach is looking a little bit more nervous than her. They're the ones that are going to have to do the maths when it comes to deadlifts. 145 kilos for Isabel David from Great Britain. Herself not a million miles off of the podium if a few mistakes are made. Currently a little bit too far to stretch. 15 kilos separates her and third right now.
Come on, girl. Let's go.
Which means only 15 kilos separates third and seventh. Oh, and that is a lovely third attempt from David. 2-1, a good lift. Her squats have looked so good. Yeah, that's just lovely. 4 squats remaining and 2 of them are world record attempts. Anita Svobodova from Czechia, 157.5 kilos to move herself from squat bronze into silver for the time being, with Ugalde, Nagel and Bhaskara to follow.
Let's go.
Just 3.5 kilos below the world record. Beautifully controlled. And a good lift.
Also, silver medal attempt. Bars loaded.
157.5 kilos for Isabel Ugalde from Costa Rica to move her back onto the squat podium into silver for the time being and to guarantee her bronze as she's lighter than Svobodova, fighting for a podium position overall. There it is. It looks like a completely different squat to her second, and it is a good lift. I'm sure she would have wanted to go for that record in the third, but she's fighting for a podium position overall. I think that was the right call there.
Bhaskara from New Zealand comes now with 161.5 kilos.
We now have 2 attempts at the World Sub-Junior squat record. If this is successful, the weight will go up to 162 for Nagel. Jadelle Bhaskara from New Zealand, 161.5 kilos on the bar for a new World Sub-Junior squat record. Sinks it and tries to fight through. Oh, and she was so close to doing so. Incredible effort there from Bhaskara. Still sitting in squat gold for the time being. Of course, with Nagel to follow with the same World Sub-Junior squat record attempt.
World record attempt. Go Brooke. Let's go Brooke.
161.5 kilos remains in the bar for Brooke Nagel from the United States. This will move her into squat gold, but more importantly, give her that World Sub-Junior squat record. big fight, but she manages to work through it. But unfortunately, it is not deep enough and it can't be contested, so nobody walks away with that squat world record today. Yeah, just cut it a little bit there, where Bhaskara actually ended up sinking it, I think, a little further than her second. Quick summary here. The top 4 squatters in that flight all squatted 157.5, only separated by body weight. So in squat bronze, Svobodova from Czechia with 157.5 kilos with the same weight. Ugalde from Costa Rica in squat silver, and again with 157.5 in squat gold on the lightest body weight, Bhaskara from New Zealand. We're going to head into a 10-minute break now before bench press, so don't go anywhere and we will see you then. Hello and welcome back. We have a summary here of the 63 kilo sub juniors that we have just seen. We have 2 flights, and the second flight put up quite the fight in the squats, with the top 4 all ending on 157.5 kilos. We had 2 attempts at the world record at 161.5. Unfortunately, neither Bhaskara or Nagel managed to get that squat, but it is so very close at the top there, even more so now. We've seen some misses. We head into bench press now for the first flight of 63 kilo sub juniors, and Ruri Kato from Japan kicks us off with 40 kilos. Three white lights, that is a good lift. Camille Grace Castro Morhe from Ireland, 47.5 kilos. Opening 2.5 kilos below her personal best. The world record in the sub-junior stands at 98.5, held. That is a good lift. Yeah, held currently is 98.5, and we have, even in this first fight, an opener at 82.5. And huge openers in the second fight as well. So we've seen a couple stabs at the squat record already. Perhaps we'll see some attempts for the bench record as well. Alexandra Chella from Canada, 55 kilos. That is a good lift. Hopefully nothing we'll see soon, but there are a lot of different infractions we can see in bench. And if we see them come up, I will talk you through them. Now we have Talia Bitten from Israel opening on 70 kilos, half a kilo below her personal best, which I imagine to be an Israeli national record. That weight barely registering for Talia. 3 white lights, a good lift. Karine Logan from Estonia opening with 70 kilos. Very comfortable looking opener and a good lift.
72.5 Tomace from Hungary. Doris slowly.
$72.5 kilos for Esther Tomasiak from Hungary. opening 2.5 kilos below her personal best. Three white lights, a good lift.
So easy opener again, we are half a lifting. Finland, 77.5 kilos. So get ready. Slowly.
Bar is loaded with 77.5 kilos, our penultimate opener for Milla Hapamäki from Finland. I think 5 kilos below her personal best. Very easy opener, adopting the sinking technique there. And it is a good lift. You see quite a few lifters adjusting to the elbow rule by adopting that kind of sink. So we see here she brings the bar down to her chest, and instead of a soft touch, allows her ribcage to come down and the bar to sink into it. Camilla Choquette from Canada, 82.5 kilos, opening 2.5 kilos above her personal best. And that is a good lift, a very comfortable opener.
Slowly.
42.5 kilos for Ruri Kato from Japan. We are now into the second attempts of bench. This is to match Ruri's personal best. Very controlled down to her chest. Great fight there from Kato. And a good lift.
Camille Castro, 52.5 kilos, which is the second attempt. Bar is loaded. Personal best attempt for Camille with 2.5 kilos.
52.5 kilos for Camille Grace Castro Morhe from Ireland. 5 kilo jump for a new personal best by 2.5 kilos. Still moving really easily there. 3 white lights. A good lift. Really nice elbow depth there. A new rule that's been introduced in the last year and a half. We're looking for the elbow joint to be in line or below the top of the shoulder. Alexandra Scheller from Canada, 57.5 kilos, 2.5 kilo jump. Three white lights, a good lift. Although taking the smallest jump possible, bench press is one of those lifts, especially for the lighter weight women, that can drop off really, really quickly. So although it's moving well, a 5 kilo jump easily could have been too much, especially for a sub-junior. 75 kilos for Talia Bitten from Israel. Getting those red plates on the bar, a big milestone in bench. This extends her personal best and Israeli national record by 4.5 kilos, should she make this. Moving really comfortably for Talia. And a good lift.
Personal best. Congratulations. Thank you, Logan bar is loaded. No niin, Kirke, huolella vaan.
75 kilos remains on the bar for Kirka-Reen Laugen from Estonia. Good fight there. 3 white lights, a good lift. So her arms locked out at different times, which is allowed, opposed to the bar dipping, which would have been a blue light and a no lift. But the bar can go up at different times as long as it doesn't dip. 77.5 kilos for Esther Tomacek from Hungary. Three white lights, a good lift. Still very comfortable, plenty left in the tank for her third. 82.5 kilos for Mila Hapamaki. 5 kilo jump to match her personal best. And she used the sink so wonderfully. It's a good lift. Uses the momentum of the sink to have a nice and snappy lockout. Our final second attempt now, Camilla Choquette from Canada, 90 kilos, leaving her just 8.5 kilos below the world sub-junior bench press record. Not in contention overall, so I imagine if this moves well, she might take a stab at that on her third. And it looks good. Is it good enough for a 9 kilo jump? It's a big ask, we'll have to see. And that concludes our second round of bench press. Let's have a look at Choquette's second attempt there. While I watch the board to see what they put in for that third. We head into the third and final round of bench press in this first flight of lifters. Ruri Kato from Japan, 45 kilos. Just a bit too much there. Choquette has gone for the 5 kilo jump. Like I said, 9 kilos would have been a big ask. She wouldn't have been risking too much unless the deadlift opener is fake by some way, but 95 kilos would end her on a phenomenal final bench. Camille Grace Castro Morhe from Ireland, 55 kilos for her final bench press attempt. Great fight from Camille there. Let's wait to look for the light, see if the bar dipped or not. Unfortunately, it did dip, and she gets yellows from the side referees, which makes me think there'll be some lifting of the glutes here. Yeah, and as soon as she put tension in, oh yeah, sky high, unfortunately. 60 kilos for Alexandra Scheller from Canada.
Let's go. Easy leg, come on.
Wonderful looking third attempt for Alexandra, and a good lift.
2 attempts. Time to test the opener for second group. 2 attempts. Time to test the opener. Logan comes next with 77.5 kilos.
A very successful bench press session so far. Big benches. This is just the first flight of lifters, so what a strong pool of athletes we have this year. 77.5 kilos for Kirkarine.
Let's go, Kirke.
Just a little bit too much, but still walks away with 75 kilo personal best.
Talia Vitan from Israel comes next with 80 kilos and bar is loaded.
Talia Bitten from Israel to extend her personal best by 5 kilos to 80 kilos on our third and final attempt. Not there today, fortunately. 5 kilos perhaps a bit too much for an ambitious jump on the third, but hindsight is 2020.
Let's go, Esther. Personal best.
Esther Tomacek now with 82.5 kilos, a 5 kilo jump from her second. Second moved very well. Let's see if it was good enough for another 5 kilos to be added on top of that. Perfect call there from Team Hungary. 2-1, a good lift. Gets an red from the center referee for elbow depth, so we'll have a look at that again here.
Let's go, Milla. New personal best with 7.5 kilos.
Jury are discussing it, but I think she'll be okay. It should be safe. 90 kilos for Milla Habermaki, and our penultimate third attempt before we move through to the second flight of 63 kilo sub-junior women. Perfect call again there from Team Finland, and a good lift. These are absolutely huge bench presses for 63s anyway, but a sub-junior, absolutely incredible. Our final bench press attempt in this first flight of lifters, Camelia Chaquette from Canada, 95 kilos. Beautiful third attempt there. And a good lift. Oh, and that seems like it meant so much to her. And it wasn't even really a limit lift. Absolutely incredible bench press for Chiquette. You can see the results there from the first flight of lifters, with Chiquette leading, but subject to change now as we move into the second flight, who also have some big bench press openers. Kicking us off, we have Shadell Bascara, our squat gold medalist on body weight from New Zealand, opening with 65 kilos. Definite threat for podium overall as well, so every kilo is going to count here. Nice high arch there, high rib cage, very technical lifter. A very comfortable opener. 3 white lights, a good lift. Anita Svobodova from Czechia, 65 kilos. One of the 4 lifters who ended up on 157.5 kilos for their squat. But was light enough to be able to nab a medal. Beautiful squat opener there. Bench opener, sorry. Lovely soft touch on the chest.
67.5. Italy.
My head was still in the clouds about that fantastic squat battle. Arianna Sofia Neri from Italy, opening on 67.5 kilos. Three white lights, a good lift. Teresa Setlova from Czechia, 77.5 kilos. Her personal best is 85, and she's been competing less than a year, so I can only imagine this is going to be quite an easy opener. Yeah, and as expected, very, very comfortable and a good lift.
Power slowly from David from Great Britain.
$80 kilos on the bar for Isabel David from Great Britain, 5 kilos below her personal best. Very speedy opener and a good lift. Dana Puente from Mexico, opening with 85 kilos. 5 kilos below her personal best. 2-1, a good lift. She does get a depth call from the center referee, so we'll have a look at her elbows here. Looking for the elbow to be parallel or below the shoulder joint. I think she should be okay with that. The rule at times a little ambiguous. 90 kilos for Isabel Ugalde from Costa Rica, opening 8.5 kilos below the world sub-junior record, with 2 lifters to follow. That is a good lift, 3 white lights. Ugalde is a big contender for podium, and if Nagel misses at all for the overall.
95 kilos. Let's go, Brooke.
Our penultimate opening attempt, just 3.5 kilos below the World Sub-Junior bench press record. Brooke Nagel from the United States with 95 kilos has a personal best of 100 kilos, which is 1.5 kilos above the current world record. Right, like a good lift. And I can only imagine where she's going to go for her second. That's how 3.5 kilos below the world record moved on her opener. Our final opening attempt now, taking the same weight. Alexander Fragoso Kerchak from Spain, 95 kilos, also has a bench press PB of 100 kilos. And I don't need to remind you, that's only 1.5 kilos above world record bench. She's only 3.5 kilos off of the current record currently. And at a lighter body weight. Wow. And that was so easy. 3 white lights, a good lift. She's both lighter than Nagel and has a higher lot number, so lifts afterwards. So of course has the advantage of taking the attempt afterwards, seeing what Nagel puts in the bar. And we head into our second round of bench press now. Choquette currently leading, but with Fragoso Kerchak and Nagel still with their second and third attempts. Shadelle Bhaskara from New Zealand, 67.5 kilos, a 2.5 kilo jump from her opener. Still moving nice and easy. 3 white lights, a good lift. 70 kilos for Anita Svobodova from Czechia. This matches her personal best, should she make this. That is a good lift.
From Italy. Bar is loaded.
Arianna Sofia Neri from Italy, 72.5 kilos, a 5 kilo jump from her opener. slowed down a little bit, but still looked very comfortable. 3 white lights, a good lift. It's a good place to be for your second because you don't want it to be so easy that you think you're going to miss out on kilos for your third. But you want it to be easy enough that you know you can add kilos. Teresa Sitalova from Czechia, 82.5 kilos. Every kilo is going to count as she's fighting for that podium overall. Currently sat behind Fragoso Kerchak. And that is a good lift. Of course, the advantage Fragoso Kerchak might have very soon will be a chip. That is going to really help in fighting off other lifters off the podium. 85 kilos for Isabel David from Great Britain to match her current personal best.
Let's go, girl.
That looks good. And it is 3 white lights for Isabel. Seems to be having a great time, skipping off the platform every single time. Dana Puente from Mexico, 90 kilos, a 5 kilo jump from her opener to match her current personal best. Weighing in at 59.1 kilos, she will have body weight on everybody if she needs it. 2-1, a good lift. Gets a depth call from the side referee. Have a look at that from the centre. The centre seemed happy with it, and that's really where you get the best view of elbow depth. The right elbow does seem a little bit up, but funnily enough, that's not even the side that got that red, sorry. 95 kilos for Isabel Ugalde from Costa Rica to move her into bench press silver for the time being, with Nagel and Fragoso Kerchak to follow. Trying to fight ahead to convince the others to fight for bronze instead of silver. Ooh, but loses some kilos there. And if she doesn't get that on her third, she is in danger of overall losing that silver position.
USA, 105 kilos. And this is a sub-junior world record attempt.
So in a similar vein to squats, we're going to see 2 world record attempts on the trot. Brooke Nagel from the United States will go first, and if successful, Fragoso Kerchak's attempt will go up to 101 kilos. Brooke Nagel from the United States, 100.5 kilos for a new World Sub-Junior bench press record on her second attempt.
Come on, girl, it's yours.
And just like that, the easiest world record you'll ever see. 3 white lights, a good lift. And still with 1 attempt left to go for Nagel. She takes the record, but will she keep it for long? We'll find out soon as Alexandra Fragoso Kerchak takes 101 kilos in an attempt to chip and take the record that was just broken by Nagel. 101 kilos on the bar for Alexandra Fragoso Kerchak for a World Sub-Junior bench press record. Only broken moments ago by Nagel. And we are only on second attempts. And would you look at that? Another world record broken like it was absolutely nothing. 3 white lights, a good lift, and the world record now extended to 101 kilos. There's nowhere to go but up, so we'll see at least 2 more attempts at that world record in this flight. And a quick summary before we head into the third round. Sitting in bench press gold with a new world record with 101 kilos for Goso Kerchak. In silver, who held the record only moments ago with 100.5, Nagel. And currently sat in bronze, we have Shaquette from the first flight. We head into the third round of bench press now. Kicking us off, we have Shadel Biscara from New Zealand, 70 kilos on the bar.
Let's go, Shadel. Personal best, come on.
The perfect number on the bar for Biscara. 3 white lights, a good lift. She is slowly but surely creeping up on prognosis.
5 kilos jump from second attempt. Also 5 kilos jump into personal best with this one. Slowly.
Nobody's out the game yet. Anita Svobodova from Czechia, 75 kilos for her third and final bench.
Let's go, Aneta. Board.
What a grind from Anita. Look at that. It is a good lift. A new personal best and 5 extra kilos on that total. Another person I wouldn't yet count out for that overall medal. Arianna Sofia Neri from Italy takes 77.5 kilos for her third and final attempt. Another phenomenal fight. Look at that. 2-1, a good lift. Does get a yellow from the side referee, so we'll have a look at that side angle. Yeah, it does seem like her glutes are floating off the bench there. So we'll keep an eye on the jury. But for now, Teresa Sitilova from Czechia, 87.5 kilos. 5 kilo jump from her second. And the jury has overruled that last lift, unfortunately. And it looks like a good lift, and it is.
And sorry, Italy, Mary, no lift. Jury overruled Mary's attempt. No lift, Italy. Isabel David, David comes next. Forest Lori.
90 kilos on the bar for Isabel David from Great Britain. 5 kilo jump for a big personal best. Her second looked very, very comfortable. That is a beautiful final attempt.
Beautiful attempt.
3 white lights, a good lift, and I'm sure we'll be chasing that 100 kilo milestone very soon.
Ugalde from Costa Rica.
That leaves her
Bonus
13
loaded.
kilos off of the podium, which
95
seems like a
kilos.
fair gap now, but I'm sure her and Svobodova are going to be looking for somebody above them to miss and try and pull in there. 95 kilos for Isabel Ugalde from Costa Rica, currently nominated in silver overall. These 5 extra kilos will help keep Fragoso Kerchak from pushing for that silver. Just too heavy, unfortunately, which means she may still be in danger of Fragoso Kerchak going for that silver instead of defending the bronze. And she falls a little too far behind Nagel to perhaps catch up.
And this is bronze medal attempt.
95 kilos for Dana Puente from Mexico. This is to move her into bench press bronze, ahead of Choquette from the first flight. But it's too much. Walks away with 90 kilos still, but not a bench press medal. Which means Choquette from the first flight ends up with a bench press medal, which we love to see.
First group medal from USA, 103 kilos. And Fragoso comes after with
And
second.
now both Nagel and Fragoso Kerchak broke
Succeeds.
the sub-junior bench press record on their second attempt, and they're looking to do it again on their third to take back the world record. Brooke Nagel now takes 103 kilos. 103 kilos now for the United States of America, to be followed by Fragoso Kerchak.
Come on, it's yours.
It is a fight, but she manages to lock it out. 3 white lights, a good lift, and retakes the world record off of Fragoso Kerchak.
Now Fragoso, 103.5 kilos. And another world record attempt. And make this bench competition.
Now, will she hold on to that record? Or will it be taken away once again? Alexandra Fragoso Kerchak took the world record off Nagel once. We should do it for a second time to move into bench press gold, but more importantly, for the world sub-junior bench press record, 103.5 kilos. Our final bench press of the session. Will the world record be broken for a 4th time? And it looks like it will be. 3 white lights, a good lift, and Fragoso Kerchak takes back the world record with 103.5 kilos. Take a look at that new world record once more. Absolutely incredible. And a summary here in bronze on bench press. Camilla Choquette from Canada from the first flight with 95 kilos in bronze, having broken the bench press world record twice, but not enough for gold today with 103 kilos. Brooke Nagel from the United States. And taking it back twice, Alexandra Fragoso Kerchak from Spain with a new world bench record in the sub-juniors and bench press gold, 103.5 kilos. We're going to head into a 10-minute break now before bench press. Don't go anywhere, and we will see you then. Hello and welcome back to the 2024 IPF World Sub-Junior and Junior Powerlifting Championships here in St. Paul's Bay, Malta. We have the 63 kilo Sub-Junior women for you this evening, and we have two flights. The first flight, the B group, followed by the A group. A summary of the bench press, and what an exciting session it was. We saw the world record get broken 4 times, twice by Nagel and twice by Fragoso Kerchak. Fragoso Kerchak had the last laugh with 103.5 kilos and the new world record. We head swiftly on to deadlifts, where Mila Hapamaki opens with 110 kilos. Ooh, a bit of a wobble at the top there, but manages to still get white lights. Perhaps the bar didn't dip there. Does get a yellow for beating the down command, I think. Have a look here. I actually don't think the bar did dip, which is incredible. Just the shoulders came forward. Ruri Kato from Japan, 120 kilos. And the jury has overruled Hapamaki's to a no lift, unfortunately.
Reset the button, please, so we can Thank you.
But that is a good lift for Kato. Yeah, so Hapamaki, her deadlift has been overturned to a no lift, but strength wasn't an issue, just needs to take care of that little bubble at the top there. Camilo Chiquette from Canada, 125 kilos, managed to walk away with a bench press medal from the B group here. Three white lights and secures her total.
Piton from Israel. Bar is loaded.
$125 kilos on the bar for Talia Bitton from Israel. That is a good lift.
Ireland. 35 kilos. Bar is loaded.
Camille Grace Castro Morhay from Ireland, 135 kilos. That is a good lift.
Opens 40 kilos. Bar is loaded.
$140 kilos for Esther Tomacek from Hungary.
Let's go, Esther.
That is a good lift.
Sheila from Canada, under 35.
Opening attempts here, just looking to secure their total, making some bigger jumps to their second and building their total. Wants to make sure they have it secured before that though. Alexandra Scheller from Canada, 145 kilos. Our penultimate opening attempt. Good lift.
Lauken from Estonia opens to 60 kilos. Bar slowly. Puolella kirke.
160 kilos for Kirka-Riina Laugen from Estonia, our heaviest opener of this flight and our third heaviest opener from either flight. A good lift and open 2.5 kilos above her personal best.
Second round, Milla Hapamäki comes next. This one was so easy. It's a little bit downwards in the end, so Jordan overruled it. Now 10 kilos more. Bar slowly, Milla Hapamäki, Finland.
And we are straight through to the second round of deadlifts now. Milla Hapamäki from Finland. Jury took away that opening deadlift, went up anyway, 10 kilos, looking to retake it. Again, can be a very risky strategy with your total on the line, but it wasn't a strength issue. Looks a lot more secure in that one. 3 white light secures a total and gets a deadlift on the board. Gets that extra 10 kilos as well, so the risk pays off. Ruri Kato, 125 kilos, a 5 kilo jump. Looks good. 3 white lights, a good lift. Put it down slower than she picked it up. Talia Bitten from Israel, 132.5 kilos, 7.5 kilo jump to match her personal best. And that is a good lift.
Personal best attack for Camelia. Slowly.
Camilla Choquette from Canada, 135 kilos, a 10 kilo jump from her opener. And a very comfortable personal best.
Okay. Your personal best, congratulations. Well done. Camilla Castro, 145 kilos. And a bar slowly.
Camille Grace, 145 kilos, a 10 kilo jump from her opener. Gets the down command. Looked like she was having some trouble holding on to it at the top there, but managed to do so. Just need to hold on to it until you get that down command. Make sure you put the bar down all the way to the floor. Yeah, underhand started slipping a little bit, but did really well to hold on to it. Esther Tomacek from Hungary, 152.5 kilos, a 12.5 kilo jump. And that is a good lift.
Alexandra Sheva comes next with 152.5 bar slowly.
And we are moving quickly through these deadlifts Alexander Scheller from Canada, 152.5 kilos. Almost at the end of the second round, with Laugen to follow before seeing the third attempt. That is a good lift. Our final second attempt, Kirkerin Laugen, 167.5 kilos. Has the disadvantage of not seeing what the second flight are going to be putting on for deadlifts, but can just pull what she can. Incredible patience from Laugen there. A good lift. And whatever's on the bar, she is enjoying herself.
This is her personal best attempt with 5 kilos.
We head into the third round of deadlifts now, with all lifters managing to secure themselves a total here on their third, trying to build it as much as they can before ending the day. After missing 110 on her opener, went up 20 and got it. Sorry, went up to 120 and got it, has jumped another 10 kilos now to her third for 130. Mila Havamäki from Finland. Three white lights and a phenomenal third attempt. Still plenty left in the tank there for Havamäki. Little wobbly at the top, but still such a strong third attempt. Ruri Kato from Japan, 132.5 kilos for a matched personal best on deadlift.
Campare, Ruri, campare!
A lovely third attempt. Three white lights, a good lift.
Personal best, congratulations. Then we have Talia Bitton from Israel. This is also Talia's personal best of 5 kilos.
Talia Bitton from Israel jumps 5 kilos to 137.5 for another personal best on both deadlift and on total. And a very strong end to the day for Talia. 3 white lights.
Chocolate comes next, under 42.5 kilos. 2 attempts, time to test the opener for second pull. 2 attempts, time to test the opener. Chocolate from Canada, bar is loaded.
Camilla Choquette from Canada, 142.5 kilos. Her third and final attempt, a new personal best for deadlift and for total, should she make this.
Ale, come on. Up, 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 up.
And it looks good. 3 white lights, a good lift.
We have Castron from Ireland, 52 and a half for Camilla Castro. And after this attempt, no more chances to the openers.
4 deadlifts remaining before we head through to the next flight of 63 kilo sub-juniors to find out who walks away world champion. Camille Grace from Ireland, 152.5 kilos. To end the day strong.
Let's go, girl. Up, up, up. Come on, come on, come on.
What a grind. Unfortunately, just not there today, but what an effort.
Too much today, no lift. No more chances to the openers for second group. Alexandra Shella comes next with 157 and a half. This is equal in her personal best.
157.5 kilos for Alexandra Scheller from Canada to match her personal best on deadlift to extend her total best by 2.5 kilos.
Let's go, girl. It's yours.
Big fight. She is still pulling through, struggling to lock it out, but she does. And 2-1, it is a good lift. She thanks the referees. Have a look at that again. She does get a blue from one of the side referees.
This is also her personal best with 5 kilos. 7.5 kilos jump into second attempt. Bar is loaded.
And that will remain a good lift. Esther Tomaszek from Hungary, 160 kilos for her third and final attempt. A perfect third attempt there. Good call from Team Hungary. And a good lift, 3 white lights.
Personal best, congratulations. Kirke Lauken, Estonia, 175 kilos. With this attempt, big jump into her personal best on that. And also on total, her second attempt was also personal best.
Our final deadlift of this first round of lifters, 175 kilos for Kirke Lauken from Estonia. What a massive end to the day. Has made so many personal bests today. A huge milestone, 175 kilos, 3 red plates aside. Wow, and she keeps it moving. Oh my goodness.
That was so good.
I didn't think she would even break the ground, so to get it that far up, absolutely incredible. Look at the patience here. Phenomenal job from Laugen. Not quite there today, but still entered 167.5. And leading the deadlifts currently, followed by Tomaszek and Chela, which is subject to change as we head straight now into the A group to find out who will walk away sub-junior world champion. We have Dana Puente from Mexico opening on 125 kilos. Very comfortable opener there for Puente.
Good lift.
And a good lift secures her
Same
total.
for Neri from Italy. Nice loaded.
Arianna Sofia Neri from Italy, 125 kilos. I think she's dropped her deadlift opener.
Good lift.
3 white lights, a good lift.
And second David from Great Britain, 145. Bars loaded.
Bars loaded for Isabel David from Great Britain, 145 kilos. It's a big personal best of 160. Extremely easy opener for David. And a good lift, 3 white lights.
We have a chip for Fragoso from Spain. Bars loaded.
Contender for podium overall here, Alexandra Fragoso Kerchak, the holder of the new sub-junior bench press world record, opening at 147.5 kilos. And that is a good lift. Secures her total with ease and can now try and defend that podium position. 147.5 kilos for Anita Svobodova. Going to be trying to really push for that podium position if she can. That is a good lift, 3 white lights.
155 from Costa Rica. Bars loaded.
A big contender for podium and pushing for that silver ahead of Fragoso Kerchak. Isabel Ugalde from Costa Rica, opening on 155 kilos. Nice easy opener, securing her a 400 kilo plus total. With that, only to build from here, which tells us that the podium will be lifters who get 400 kilos up. We already know that. Shadell Bhaskara from New Zealand's had a phenomenal day so far, walking away with squat gold. And I think she's upped her opener here on deadlift as well to 160 kilos, sneaking up here to try and get onto that podium. She has a real shot of doing so if this moves well. And it does. 3 white lights, a good lift. Saying that though, of course, it means that Ugalde or Fragoso Kerchak would have to make a mistake, but we've seen it before. Our penultimate opening attempt on deadlift, Brooke Nagel from the United States, and this will leave her 13 kilos below the current world sub-junior total record. 3 white lights, a good lift. And the question now is, does she have another 13 kilos to spread over the next 2 lifts? I don't see why not. Moves well. Teresa Sitalova from Czechia for our final opening attempt, 167.5 kilos.
Good, Teresa.
This will immediately move her into
Easy
deadlift
leg.
gold.
Good, good, good.
Wow, absolutely incredible. And it's
Well,
worth
that
saying
was very
the
easy
World
attempt.
Sub-Junior
Deadlift.
deadlift record is 190
Second
kilos.
round. Question from Mexico, 135 kilos.
So I wouldn't be surprised if she potentially paced herself to get that on her third.
Guys, going. Equaling her
And we
personal
head into
best.
our second round of deadlifts now. Sitalova leading, followed by Laugen from the B group and Nagel from the United States. Dana Puente from Mexico, 135 kilos for her second attempt. And that is a good lift.
Neri from Italy, same weight. Bar slowly.
Ariana Sofia Neri, 135 kilos. Yeah, I do think she dropped her opener. Her personal best is 161, so perhaps dealing with some sort of back issues or hip issues. Three white lights, a good lift.
Lady, 150 and 155 kilos for lady.
Yeah, seemed to limp off the podium, the platform bit, so I think probably dealing with something unseen there.
A little bit cleaning first.
155 kilos for Isabel David from Great Britain. A 10 kilo jump from her opener.
Bar is loaded.
Moves well. And that is a good lift for Isabel.
Barbosa from Spain comes next, 160 kilos, and this will take her in second place on total at time being in this second round.
$160 kilos for Alexandra. 12.5 kilo jump. This will move her into silver from bronze overall for the time being, with Ugalde to follow. She of course has the chip from bench. She might need it when it comes to third deadlifts. And that is still moving so nicely. Puts it down with style. 3 white lights, a good lift.
For Spanish lifter. Bar is loaded now for Svobodo, Czechia. 160 kilos.
160 kilos for Anita Svobodova from Czechia. 12.5 kilo jump.
Let's go, girl. Strong now.
Nice and smooth.
Good
3 white
lift.
lights. And it does seem like the top 4 lifters are slowly drifting away from the rest of the pack, being Nagel, Fragoso, Kerchak, Ugalde and Sitalova. I said I wouldn't count anyone out, but I would be surprised if the top 3 didn't consist of one of those top 4. 165 kilos for Isabel Ugalde from Costa Rica, a 10-kilo jump to move from bronze overall into silver overall heading into third attempts, ahead of Fragoso Kerchak. And a pretty comfortable second there for Isabel, a good lift. And it's going to be about who has the most left in the tank now. It's really close. Only 1 kilo separates Fragoso and Ugalde. Shadell Beskara from New Zealand, 170 kilos to move herself into deadlift gold for the time being. But also just off podium in fourth. Three white lights, a good lift. Got the down command just in the nick of time. I think her shoulders were beginning to droop a little bit, and I think it's getting hard to hold. Our penultimate second attempt, Brooke Nagel from the United States to move into deadlift silver.
Let's go, Brooke.
Getting close to that total record. This would give her 430.5, the record being 436. I think that moved about the same as her opener, so I wouldn't be surprised to see her go for that record. Teresa Sitilova from Czechia, 177.5 kilos to move her into deadlift gold from bronze. A 10-kilo jump from her opener, which was extremely easy. Leaves her 12.5 kilos off the World Sub-Junior deadlift record. Moves her into fourth overall. And just loses grip at the top there. Not sure we'll see that record today from Sitilova. And now the question is, do you risk it to go up? She hasn't got much to lose by doing that, but if your grip goes, how much left do you have in you? And heading into third attempt, Beskara from New Zealand leading in deadlift gold on body weight ahead of Nagel. Sitilova sat in bronze, 167.5. We head into our third attempts now to find out who will end up on the podium. Dana Puente from Mexico, 140 kilos for her third and final attempt. A perfect third attempt there. Good lift. And a new personal best.
Mary from Italy comes next with 142.5.
Ariana Sofia Neri from Italy, 142.5 kilos. 7.5 kilo jump from her second. Not there today, couldn't break the ground.
Not today.
Yeah, and I think it is a hip issue that she's dealing with there. Like I said, her deadlift PB was around the 160 mark.
Isabel Daly comes next with 162.5.
But the day is finished and she has put up a great total.
2.5 kilos.
Isabel David from Great Britain, 162.5 kilos, a 7.5 kilo jump for a new personal best on total and on deadlift. I would agree with this jump. I think this is the right number for her third attempt. This would leave her with a 397.5 total, just off of that 400 kilo milestone. Based on her lifts, I imagine that's there very soon. 162.5 kilos for David, Great Britain. And there it is. A phenomenal day of lifting for Isabel. 3 white lights, a good lift.
Zaragoza from Spain, 165 kilos. See some great weights on total. There is Pascara quite near behind.
Now currently sat in bronze overall. She'll need to get this to keep away from Pascara from New Zealand. Alexandra Fragoso-Kerchak from Spain, 165 kilos, 160 was smooth, but this is more than she's ever lifted before. Can she do it today to try and secure that bronze medal overall? There it is. She's done what she can. A good lift.
That was her personal best with 5 kilos. Congratulations. 167.5 for Svobodova.
And Pascara would have to up her final attempt in order to try and catch up for podium. We'll have to wait and see if she does. Anita Svobodova from Czechia, 167.5 kilos for a 400 kilo total.
Let's go, Anita. Personal best. What?
A phenomenal pull from Anita. Smooth and silky, 3 white lights.
Congratulations, well done. Isabel Gaudet,
Ends with a huge 400 kilo total, a big milestone there for a lifter to achieve, and to do it as a sub-junior.
And this is her personal best also.
The bar is loaded for Isabel Ugalde from Costa Rica, 170 kilos. Secured silver overall, unless we see a big change from Pascara. This is to move into deadlift silver for the time being, with Nagel, Sitilova and Pascara to follow. An incredible final effort from Ugalde and a good lift. 3 white lights. I've not seen a hand from New Zealand reach in yet, so I think they're not going to push for podium. Ugalde safe in silver.
Also her personal best on the plate.
New Zealand would have to put in for 185, I believe, in order to get onto podium. And as I alluded to before, Brooke Nagel from the United States going to 177.5 kilos in order to extend the world sub-junior total record from 436 to 438 to move into deadlift gold. Already your sub-junior world champion. Wow, what incredible grit there from Brooke. 3 white lights, a good lift, your new sub-junior world champion with a new sub-junior world total record.
Sideways, he was just so strong as he
Look
pulled
at
it up.
that, managed to pull the bar up,
Congratulations.
even wonky.
He's a world champion today with world record. Now we find our deadlift medals.
But the day is not over yet. The fight for
177.5
deadlift
kilos.
gold is still here with us. Teresa Sitalova from Czechia, 177.5 kilos. Lost it on grip at the top on her second attempt, is retaking it here in an attempt for deadlift gold.
Let's go.
Held currently by Nagel. Now, unfortunately, not there for Sitalova. We've seen an attempt change come in. And they are going for 185. New Zealand are pulling to get onto the podium. I was surprised to see them not take that risk. They lose nothing by it. Perhaps deadlift gold, but they've already secured deadlift silver with the second. As Bhaskara is lighter, this would give Bhaskara a 412.5 total. Fragoso Kerchak currently with a 411, already deadlifted. Our last lift of the day, Shadel Bhaskara from New Zealand, 185 kilos, a 15 kilo jump to move onto the podium overall. It's a big ask. Does she have it in her? She gets it moving. Oh, it is glued to her legs. And it isn't there, but the risk was worth it. She loses nothing by trying it. It was a big risk and big reward. Or small risk and big reward. The best combination. Wow, and that concludes an extremely exciting sub-junior session. Summary of the deadlifts here. Ugalde from Costa Rica in deadlift bronze with 170 kilos on body weight behind Bhaskara of New Zealand in silver. And in deadlift gold, your new world champion, Brooke Nagel. Fragoso Kerchak from Spain, your bronze medalist overall with 411 kilo total. Isabel Ugalde from Costa Rica, 417.5 kilos. And your new sub-junior, 63 kilo world champion, Brooke Nagel from the United States of America with a new sub-junior world total record. We're going to go straight through to the medal ceremony now. And 8 p.m. local time, we will see the 63 kilo juniors and the 74 kilo juniors fight for that world title. You won't want to miss it. I'll see you then.
Raquel de la Calle from Spain, our referee, and then Mr. Robert Keller from USA, IBF Secretary General. We will start with the squat medals. And the bronze medal on squat goes to Aneta Svobodova from Czechia. With 157.5 kilos best attempt. Silver medal on squat goes to Isabel Ugade from Costa Rica. Also 157.5 light jump body weight. And the squat gold medal to Shadelle Bascara from New Zealand. Same amount of iron, but she was the lightest of these three ladies. Big smiles, ladies, please. Thank you. Then we have medals for the bench press. And bench press bronze medal goes to Camelia Choquette from Canada with the best attempt of 95 kilos. Silver medal on bench press to Brooke Nagel from USA with 103 kilos best attempt. And the bench press gold medal to Alexandra Fragoso from Spain. 103.5 kilos world record. Thank you, ladies. Medals for deadlift. The bronze medal on deadlift goes to Isabel Ulgare from Costa Rica. Best attempt of 170 kilos. Deadlift silver medal to Shadelle Bascara from New Zealand. Also 170 kilos. Light on body. And the deadlift gold medal goes to Brooke Nagel from USA. With 177.5 kilos best attempt. Thank you, ladies. Medals on total. Today, bronze medalist is Alexandra Fragoso from Spain with a total of 411 kilos. The silver medalist is Isabel Ugalde from Costa Rica with 417.5 kilos total. And the gold medalist, world champion 2024 is Brooke Nagel from USA with the new world record on total 438 kilos. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up for the national anthem of USA. Everybody stand up, please. Congratulations. Thank you, ladies. Thank you for coming here. World Championships of Classic Powerlifting 2024, Malta. You all were so good today. I hope to see you all back next year. Maybe even stronger if